Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Let's just get right into it, shall we? Oh my god. Right. This way. I was hoping to do some off-camera grinding, but sadly I just had too much work to do. So, we're gonna get a couple battles on the way down there just to make sure we're staying at level-ish. You know, I've always wondered why they call him Dragon Quest. Like, I know why they call it Final Fantasy, but I don't know why they called it Dragon Quest. Or Dragon Warrior, if you prefer. I guess because the first game was a quest to defeat a dragon? Maybe? I don't know. Well, in fairness, Scene, it wasn't my idea, it was a request. Because, as ever, I don't actually request my own... Or, I don't choose my own ruminations. Still, I'm glad you liked it. New enemy. Robber rabbits? Really?
Let's heat things up!
Anyways, good morning. Let's see. Hazardous Scene, of course. Zerludo, Zalok, and Blackfile. What's up, guys? Happy Friday, everyone. Usually Fridays tend to be quieter streams for me.
Wonderful.
So I suppose we'll see how many people show up today, but that's okay. That's what the VODs are for. There's a reason I upload all this stuff to YouTube. How close are we to leveling? Nowhere! Yeah, let's just move on. Let's just move on. And hey, something classic. And Adam Ciuta. I'm feeling a little better. My nose is almost completely clogged right now. So if I have a little trouble breathing, that's why. We're also going to try something different today for lunch, so I hope you guys will be there for that. Legit. We got a whole new thing to try out. I actually spent a couple hours working on it last night, so I hope it frickin' works. Anybody who knows me knows I really like desert areas. Especially in video games. Prestidigitator, nice. So, we'll see what this place is like. Oh, you mean like this? Basically, I can't breathe through my nose at all right now, unless I actually hold it open. Like this. And even then, it's going to be loud. See how loud that is? So, yeah. We're going to be breathing through our mouth today. Hi, Saldir. Oh my goodness, excuse me. I've been sick all week, Saldir. Which new book, Hazardous? Actually, I think I've already fought these. I'm trying to fight every enemy I see. I'm actually sick light? Sick less? I'm basically less sick than I was, but at the moment I just can't breathe through my nose.
Yep. Let's heat things up!
I'm curious how long I'm going to be able to do auto battle. I have to admit, in most games like this, I tend to lean on auto battle a lot. But then again, I also really like the idea of gambits, so what the hell do I know? This is a big area. This is a huge area. Hello, Huthor. Goodbye, Huthor. Go back to BFA. Go back to enjoying a game. How dare you? Because I'm a terrible person who is terrible, who wants to prevent other people from enjoying stuff. Yeah, I am legitimately really looking forward to Spider-Man. I wish it didn't come out the same week this game did. You know, whatever. I think I fought these specific colors. Alright, so I need to look up who Hazardous is referring to here, so give me a second. What madness is spewing from his mouth?
Yep.
Oh. Like, I've heard about this. But that's about it. Oh, I'm sure, Seent. I don't know yet, Jungle. I'll find out at lunch. I suppose that's okay, Huthor. If you prefer. I hear listening to me is a good way to put you to sleep, so I mean, that might be a good thing. Yeah, I feel a little underleveled here, but given how far it is, it's gonna be to level. I mean, sheesh.
Let's heat things up!
Ha!
I mean, it might not take that long. Fine, let's get a level. Grind time! Wait, where's the AMA thing? Yeah, I still need to play. I'm gonna play the Mega Man 11 demo during Lore Week. Where's the AMA? Oh, I don't have the AMA thing here yet. Hang on, let me get the AMA thing going. Just leave that there for the moment. And move it behind... there. I'm just getting one level, Seed. Come on. Give me a break. Hi, Tech. I mean, that is definitely the... So what's the purple number? Every time Serena hits, she does this purple damage. What's the purple damage? I no longer feel bad about using the MP and the HP items, though, I'll tell you what.
Another one bites.
Well, usually for a game like this, and I actually fully plan... thank you. I actually fully plan to do this for Project Octopath as well, when we finally get to that game. Jesus Christ, my schedule. I've got 4, 5, 6 games that are already out, that are already paid for as premiere runs, that are just top of the priority list. Never mind games that'll be coming out while I'm playing through those games. Anyways. So, what was I saying? Yeah, for Project Octopath, everyone tells me how incredibly, grindy that game tends to be. I have already pretty much stated mentally that I'm going to go ahead and just try to level off camera for Octopath in order to try and keep up, so in order to speed up the actual premiere run itself. Which technically means more work for me, but that's okay, because I can do it on the Switch. So anyways, Tech, this is Dragon Quest XI. It is a JRPG. I don't know what else to say about that.
Let's heat things
Now, I hope Seend is actually exaggerating, because I'm about 12 hours into this game, something like that. Maybe closer to 9, actually. So I'm 9 hours into this game. And if 9 hours is 7%, then a simple bit of math will tell you that that's insane. But whatever, there's a reason there's nothing else scheduled on the website yet.
Did I do all right?
It's okay, Saldir. Like, I don't like it, but I don't dislike it either. As I've said before... Actually, do they have any pet abilities? Oh, they do have him abilities. Woo! I thought I had to learn them, but apparently they're just there. I'm stupid. Okay, what do we got here? Well, he's just got Scorched Earth, so he's just gonna attack. Jesus Christ. And then of course, it's me next. Why wouldn't it be? One per... Okay, so what do we got? Heals all allies and regenerates for a wee while.
We of Arborea swear to protect you.
God damn it!
We live, none shall defeat you.
Well, that was terrifying. Back to kill everything. Show no mercy! No, no. Different. No, I believe you, Seend. I mean, I always knew this was going to be a long game to stream, but it was a very highly requested game.
Don't worry, I'm here to help.
I wish I didn't have to sleep.
Heat things up.
Yes I do, Salder, personally. Like, if there's a game or a show that is so ugly to me that I just really can't stand it, then it doesn't matter how good the acting is, or how good the voice is, or how good the story is, because the whole time I'm going to be doing this. At that point, I'm just listening to it. And that's just not quite as engaging.
Easy peasy.
There's one of the levels. What? Cool. We're not there yet. Let's finally get Persecutor. We officially have a combo now. And then we could... I'm working towards dual wield, that's the other one. No, I did actually see that scene. I asked about that earlier, in fact. If you're paying attention. Someone said it was MP Absorb. I think it was you, actually. Good to know, Eingrad. Did you get anywhere, by the way, Eingrad? I didn't get to play anything, so... fully on camera for this so far. I like it. My only two melees are blind right now. Oh, that's okay, Eingrad. I mean, it sucks, but, you know, what can you do? I do miss stuff occasionally, it seems. Yeah, he's...
Told you I was tough.
Oh yeah, so we haven't actually looked at Veronica's skill trees at all yet. And of course they're the inverse of each other. Of course they are. So we've got heavy wands, whips, and spells. And then we've got wands, spears, and harps. Interesting. Oh, so that's why you're not doing any rolls for it, Eingrad. You could have just told me. Oh, I was going to say, harps just sounds like what I'm going to go with for her. Yeah, in both cases, it sounds like I want to push them in their magic stuff. That just feels like the direction I want to be going in. Unless I want to turn them into melees, which I usually don't. At least not initially. So let's go ahead and have her go up. And she's out. So you... That's so expensive. Yeah, I can't afford either. And Amaranth is taken. You know, there's a whole lot of roles other than Amaranth, I'm just saying. We have literally dozens of NPCs that we currently have slotted, and we just got past Clara. Hang on. That's what I thought. One more level. Sorry. Serena's a little behind. I love this. I put up the AMA thing and nobody has anything to say. I'm gonna put the AMA thing down as soon as we get this level. That's true. Eingrad could do a kill! So I hate to ask this, Eingrad, because I don't want to sound like I'm calling you stupid, but have you tried the blanket method? See, it's interesting you say that, Seed, because so far the only impact I've really felt from the boards is on Eric. I suppose we'll see once we fight our next boss. I was talking to Pax last night about Dragon Quest. He's a big Dragon Quest fan, too. And he was making fun of me because I pretty consistently tend to be underleveled in RPGs. That's been true for forever. That's been true since I was a kid. And I was commenting on how I feel like I'm kind of at level, and he's like, oh, that's a first. I'm like, don't worry, I'm going to be speeding ahead for the sake of the show, so I'm sure I'll stay underleveled. And here I am leveling. Proving him wrong. Hi, Rex. It is as ever good to see you, and good to know that you're alive! This is not a joke, Rex. I have had viewers ask where you've been, because you've been so absent for the last several weeks. No joke. That happened this week.
Let's heat things up! Oh, goody.
There we go. Is that enough? Nope. We're good. Alright. Levels get. Anyways, yes, I do hazardous. Well, no, I don't. Hazardous. It's just a different type of language. Now that is an interesting question, Seend. Well, you have been pretty absent, Rax, and I would be lying if I said I wasn't concerned until you started, showing up a little bit again on Discord. Because, I don't know, I'm a weirdo, but I've had a lot of really incredibly horrible things happen in my life, so when one of my friends just kind of drops off the map, I tend to worry. You can ask my grandmother. I get my worrying from her. Egypt land. So I'm going to answer Seend's question really quick. Seend asks, if I could have had Mass Effect 3 and Andromeda and Dragon Age 2 and Dragon Age Inquisition and I guess Tor, all be super masterpieces, or, reality happens, which one would I pick? Now, I'm not sure how to answer that, because that's a really tricky question. Because obviously, like, the easy choice would be, well, obviously I'd want the, all this, I would want the BioWare games to be amazing. But without, there's no way to sound this without sounding dramatic. I would probably be dead without this show. Because, the whole getting fired, and the whole, extremely life-threatening illnesses, and not being able to get a job, and health issues, and yeah, so that's a really hard question for me to answer, Seend. So I'm just going to kind of not answer that one. Oh, damn it, I forgot. I meant to wait until it was daytime. Oh, whatever. Ooh. Puff Puff! No, it's probably the arena. Although there was a rabbit girl there.
Oh, just look at all these people! How marvelous! Is there some kind of festival going on, I wonder?
Yes, of course.
What?
Gallopolis is the kingdom of the desert knight, isn't it? And of the racetrack where they love to compete.
Okay.
I think we've arrived in town just in time for the horse racing festival.
Well, you go play with ponies if you like. I'm off to look for the Yggdrasil branch. That's why we're here, in case you've forgotten.
Oh, let Mr. Moody No Fun go off on his own if he wants. There's nothing to stop us having a little look around while we're here.
He hair flipped himself out of existence, seemed.
You good?
Yes!
At least it's... Oh god, there's Lavos! Yeah, I was gonna say, what time? Although I do play games while exercising, a little bit. Although that's actually fallen off a little bit as well. Because I found it getting to be increasingly difficult to do. Especially since I started the Clone Wars Mini Nations, which has been taking up most of my exercise time now. Anyways, but what games do I play? Anything on the Switch. Pretty much the only things I play that are not on the show are on the Switch. Because it's the only thing I can play, functionally. Okay. Wait a minute, Prince Ferris is here? I hear he's a very attractive female. Sure, I'll take the Puff Puff from you. This isn't a trap or anything. Right here. Okay, yeah, I'm there, she's gonna kill me. Low Runner nervously leaves his friends behind. Okay, yeah, this is... I'm totally getting robbed here. Oh, sure, turn off the lights. That's cool. I'm cool with that. Meet my father. He is the greatest practitioner of the Puff Puff in all the lands of the world. Okay. So how was it? Well, funny you should ask. I'm gonna talk about other things now. Spider-Man and Project Octopath and 2 Point Hospital and Vermintide 2 and I think there's another one are happening after Orion. I don't actually understand your question, Hazardous. Well, that's valuable information. The Sultan lives in the palace. Yeah. Oh, right. Sorry. Oh, no, I already got rid of it. We're cool. Yeah, I like my sultans who live on high, personally. Not wall high, just on high. Mini battle! Woo! There he went in there. Or tried to go in there. Our humble circus was, like many others, a traveling spectacle that traversed Edria from one land to the other. But when our itinerant group finally arrived in the great kingdom of Galapagos, the people were so warm and enthusiastic that the Sultan himself suggested we stay. But we were wanderers at heart. We belonged on the road. With tears in our eyes, we turned down this most generous offer, and regretfully left the friendly people of the desert behind. But when we next returned, what we saw amazed us all. The Sultan had ordered the construction of an enormous, beautiful big top in which we might ply our entertaining trade. Each and every one of us was so moved by this grand gesture and the amount of money he spent on it that the decision to remain was unanimous. Every single one of these books really does praise the leaders, like all of them. It's starting to get suspicious. How do I define a Final Fantasy game? Okay. I suppose for me, a Final Fantasy game comes down to tone. Like, any definition I came up with for a Final Fantasy game would also apply to multiple other games, which I do not consider to be Final Fantasy games. So, I suppose for me a Final Fantasy game has to have a specific blend of strong plot focus, strong plot and character focus. Might generally have strong story focus, but in general, those two things are the big things. It also has to have a certain flair to the way the story is told. It's probably going to have science fiction elements, interwoven with fantasy elements. Since I think all the FFs have had that. Well, yeah, exactly. Like, I do personally consider Chrono Trigger to be a Final Fantasy game. I really do. Without hesitation. But to use another example, I don't generally consider Final Fantasy Tactics to be a Final Fantasy game. Not that I don't like Tactics, in fact, I love Tactics. But yeah, what Geludo said is actually probably one of the most important parts of a Final Fantasy. So I've spoken many times about the 5 points of story and the 5 points of gameplay, but the 6th point of both things is basically fun. For gameplay, it's flow, and for story, it's enjoyment. But either way, it boils down to fun. And for me, a Final Fantasy game has to have that 6th point. If I was to be really nitpicky about it, I could argue relatively strongly that there are games, Final Fantasy games, that are not Final Fantasies, but that's, of course, just my opinion. Like FF2, because I don't think FF2 is a Final Fantasy game. I think it's a Saga game. Not insulting it, I just think it doesn't qualify. In this volume, I shall describe a select few among the countless ferocious monsters that infest the harsh, unforgiving dunes of the Celestial Sands. The Spritzfire, a naturally nocturnal beast that spends daylight hours asleep, thankfully. Should you ever be unfortunate enough to happen upon one, take good care not to wake it. The Slayer of the Sands, an enormous arthropod that has slain too many brave Gallipolitan knights to count. It is thought mainly to prowl the very center of the Celestial Sands. The Cacotl, swimming through the sands as if they were water. It attracts its prey with a scent like that of cactus flowers. Few have seen it and lived, but all who have agree that it is the true lord of the desert. Honestly, Seend, and this is speaking with total legitimacy, I think it's because the marketing and sales approach to FF was just completely different in the States than it was with Dragon Warrior. Remember, we got Dragon Warrior 1, 2, and 3 on the NES, which were good games, and sold reasonably well. And then they stopped. If I'm not mistaken, the next Dragon Quest we got officially released in the States, historically speaking, was Dragon Quest VII on the PS1. By contrast, we got Final Fantasy 1, and then 4, and then 6, and then 7 here in the States. Now, I've said many times that the PlayStation 1 era was a very unique era in gaming because it's pretty much the moment when gaming became widespread accepted and acknowledged to a point where it was hitting a number of audiences that gaming never really had before. I've talked about this before. And that's relevant because basically any game that came out on the PS1 era exploded more than most other games could or would at the time. Or before or after is what I mean, sorry. Not at the time. So in other words, so there's Dragon Quest 1, 2, 3, and apparently 4. And then nothing. So there wasn't really a lot of establishment of Dragon Warrior as a franchise before 7 came out. By contrast, Final Fantasy already had a fairly strong fan base, thanks predominantly to 4 and 6. So when 7 came out, you know, the multiplicative factor hit Final Fantasy more than it hit Dragon Quest, is what I'm trying to say here. I already went over here. Already went there. What else do we got? It probably also helps that they marketed the ever-living hell out of Final Fantasy VII. I had to quote it. Like, it was hard for even normal people to avoid news about Final Fantasy VII. Oh, hey. We've got our first Spanish person. Yeah, Dragon Quest VIII is in many ways when Dragon Quest started becoming financially popular here in the States. Which is funny, because it's actually been financially popular in the States ever since Dragon Quest VIII. And I point that out... Lol, hazardous. I point that out because... It frustrates the crap out of me whenever someone over at Square says, "Oh, Dragon Quest games don't sell in the West." They don't sell as well, but they still sell. We have numbers to prove this. Anyways. Sorry. Just bugs me. Aw. Poor guy. That is true, Juludo. And that difference can go burn. Because you're right, Juludo. That is my biggest suspicion for why they for so many years refused to support Dragon Quest in the West, because it didn't sell for all the monies and therefore wasn't worth their time. Just God, that mentality. Missile door. That mentality just frustrates the hell out of me. Sure. I'm like 9 hours in, 8 hours in, something like that, I don't know. Whatever. Sure, I'll probably not do that on camera. I agree with you, Seend, about the perspective that Japanese games don't sell well in the States is old and outdated, and has been for a while at this point. And I feel like anyone who still thinks that is just a dinosaur. Oh, I believe you, Eingrad. I've already kind of mentally decided I'm not going to be trying to focus on side quests. A, because there'll be time sinks, but B, because every time I do side quests, you guys just yell at me. Yeah, exactly, Hazardous. I mean, there's so many ways to prove that Japanese games sell well. And by the way, when I say West, I don't just mean the States. Something that's bothered me for a long time, even though I don't live there, is how little support Japanese games have had in Europe, historically speaking. Right? What was the first Final Fantasy that Europe got? Just to name one example right off the top of my head. Yeah, I'm a fan. I guess, I don't know. For those of you not aware, the first Final Fantasy to come out of Europe was Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. Which wasn't even called that, because they already had a Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, which was actually Final Fantasy Adventure. But the first Final Fantasy game that you guys got, like, the first real Final Fantasy game that Europe got was 7. Before that, it was like FFA, which was the Seiken Densetsu series, and Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, which is over there. I mean, you know? Now, that being stated, I do think Germany needs to chill a little bit on their rules and regulations, but that's another topic. Let's see, the one with the death scene. So you got FF2 first? Or 3? Or 4, or 5, or 6, or 7. Interesting. So that's 2 side quests to kill a rare in the desert. One of those involves me being pepped. Oh yeah, Rax, while you're here. So this game has a concept called PEP, right? It's basically trance. No, I have not played Octopath yet. Nor will I for an unknown period of time at this point. I know Hazardous. You were talking about FF2. I get it. PEP is basically trance, but there's 2 differences. The first difference is imagine if trance allowed you to do combo attacks like Chrono Trigger, and it doesn't go away after combat. You just, like, if you drain this much, you still have this much when the next combat starts. I was just curious what you thought of that as a way to... It's an extreme band-aid way, but nevertheless a way to fix trance. That does not sound like a good idea, sir. I mean, I still think we could do trance better, and I still think Pep Up isn't a good system. But yeah, no, I do legitimately think it is better than trance. And yeah, this game has been really good so far. Aww. The only way I'll ever participate in the race is if someone gets injured. I need some stab emotes in the chat here. Ah, here's Fize. He's a generic NPC. Yeah, Prince Ferris is gonna win. It's okay, Max Time. It's okay. Just, you can be the stabber, or you can be the stabbee. No, I'm fine. Thank you. I mean, I do sympathize with Loghain a lot, Adam, so I'm kind of with you on that. I still stand by what I did during the lore run. I killed Loghain as a mercy. As a kindness. Oh, church time. So yeah, I'm guessing the foppish circus person is your favorite character. Okay, I think that's everywhere. So let's go ahead and head to the Sultan. Here we are in the Dwarven Castle here. Aww. Why are there so many cats here? Oh, right, it's for emergency food rations. That makes sense. God, cleaning this place has got to be such a pain. Hey, Jason Bauer. What's up? The Sultan is evil, guys. You heard it here. Anything a random NPC says must be true. Guys, there's a missing cat. It's an easy way to identify it, though. All you have to do is find the cat that's the fluffiest and cutest of them all. That's a terrible game. Ugh. Seriously, I want you guys to picture cleaning this place. Just envision it for a moment. Envision spending an entire day sweeping this hallway, going to sleep, and then doing it again the next day. What? Names to remember, Justiniad. We've all heard what they say. Should one wish to be a great leader, one must be positive at all times. And it is true! Who would want a mopey, indecisive man anywhere? Nobody, that's who! So forget all those negative thoughts and think positive. Lie flat on your back, gaze up at the big blue sky, and feel your troubles melt away like the petty, insignificant irritations they are. Say goodbye to the old you, the negative you. There's a bright and positive future awaiting for you, so step right up and take it. That'll be $5.50. I sure hope so, Shaludo. I love conquering. It's a favorite pastime of mine, actually. Oh, right. I wanted to see if Silender's thing. Don't kill me, no! No! Ugh. 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 Oh god, Scenes, you're horrible. Oh my god, a wicked man called the Darkspawn escaped from Heliodor and is terrorizing all of Erdrea. Oh, what a horribly terrifying world we live in. Sure, that's the Sultan's private... Why are there stockings in the Sultan's room? Prince Ferris's progress. Day 21. My beloved prince attended his horse-riding lessons once more today. To see him training day in and day out to be the greatest leader he can be for the noble knights of Gallipolis fills me with hope for the magnificent future he will no doubt usher in for our realm. Day 24. He left, my beloved prince, left the palace today and went out to the streets to speak with the common people. He seeks to study the lifestyles of his subjects firsthand. What a wise and benevolent young man he is. I have no doubt he will make a great sultan someday. So there's earrings, fishnet stockings, and boxers in the sultan's room. I mean, I'm not here to judge. Although I gotta say, this is a terrible room. Like, what kind of room is this? Okay, giant empty square in the middle. Bed. Dinky little chair and table. Privacy, whatever they call those. Bookshelf and two furniture. I mean, come on, what the hell? What I really want to know is how will those fishnet stockings work? Wow, those are actually really good for her. I will go ahead and put those on her. Apparently they change her appearance. I'm not sure how exactly. Hi, Sonoshi. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think I just got one piece of it seen. I task ye, sir, to find the rest of it. Oh.
This race, my fellow Gallipolitans, this race.
Fellow Gallipolitans, this is no ordinary Sand National. This race marks the day that Faris, my son and heir, comes of age. And as such... No. An event of such significance must have eloquence to match. Such functional pleasantries will not thrill my beloved subjects. And who exactly might you be? I have no time to grant an audience today. You must leave. Immediately.
Oh, okay.
Ha-ha!
Hi, Ferris.
Father, my training is complete.
Okay.
Then give me the pledge.
A knight's word is his bond, his kingdom his master. He serves the weak untiringly, challenges the strong unflinchingly, and never retreats in the face of adversity.
Yes, very good. The knight's pledge must always be your guide, my son. You are a man now, Faris. And tomorrow's race shall prove it. You must show your people that you are worthy of their adulation.
Fear not, beloved father. I shall disappoint neither you nor they. Oh.
I'm not that good looking. Dude, seriously.
What is your name, stranger? And what brings you to Gallopolis?
I'm Lord Bob. Seriously, are we not using aliases at this point?
Surely he speaks of the rainbow. It is the only treasure of our kingdom that would warrant such a description.
By the way, I like that stealth pun right there.
I believe I can assist you, friend. Visit me in my chambers at the foot of the great staircase. I shall await you there.
Yeah, apparently not, Geludo. Jesus. God, can you guys imagine living a life that's so boring that horse racing is the most exciting thing in your life? I don't mean that as an insult to anybody who likes horse racing. What I mean is, every now and again I think about what entertainment was like in older days, and I just kind of... Ugh. Of course, of course. course, people usually didn't have a lot of spare time either. So, you know. Very little rhymes with Ferris. How about Paris? Oh, right. That's true, Taquita. Alright, I've been invited to the Prince's personal bedchamber. This is either a trap or a trap. Two different types of traps. Let's see which kind of trap it is.
Ah, you came. Thank...
Whoops. Please stop doing that.
Yes. Your height and physique are perfect, and you have the face of... one who knows horses. You should be aware that the branch you seek is a priceless royal treasure. My father is unlikely to give it away freely to some wandering stranger.
I mean, I could always kill him for it.
However, he might be persuaded to part with it if the request came from his beloved son. I have but one small favor to ask in return.
Alright, here we go. Alright. I mean, it's the fate of the universe and all, it's just...
But the palace walls have so many unwelcome ears. The noise of the circus will protect our privacy. Will you join me there?
Sure.
Then it is agreed. I will meet you at the entrance to that ridiculous tent this evening. Do not be late, please.
By the way, nobody commented on the stealth pun. That's actually, I think, the best pun they've had in this game so far. The rainbow. I have heard of the great Sylvando. I tend to like clever puns. That's why I like that one. Puns aren't supposed to be funny, Eingrad. That's against the edict of what a pun is. Okay, so I need to go to here. No more puff puff. No, no, no more puff puff. Go away. Music's there. I gotta be honest, I'm kind of mentally tuning it out most of the time. I mean, that is an upgrade for her. So is that. That's not too bad. I noticed her bunny ears aren't showing up. In fact, actually, hang on. Yeah, bunny ears aren't showing up at all. No, 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 no. Just curious something here. Okay, so the dancer's costume changes her outfit regardless. The fishnet stockings don't seem to do anything. It's still an upgrade, so whatever. I could probably use a heal. There's probably going to be some fights coming up. That's not what I meant to hit. Whatever. Now it's like, yeah, it's dawn. Alright, hey, I need to stay the night again. No! God! Until night. So 3 days pass. 3 days pass. God damn it. I've actually complained about this in other games before. Because what's happening there, every text box has a thing where if you tap A while the text is rendering, it skips to the end of the text more quickly. And once the text is rendered, you hit A to advance into the next text. Those are the two rules, right? However, when you're at a selection text, it's coded slightly differently. So if you hit A, it doesn't, it'll advance, but then if you hit A again to move forward, it'll immediately select whatever the first option is, regardless of whatever, you know, how long it's been up or whatever. And I hate that. And God, that drives me batty whenever that game does that. But anyways, so where am I going? Ah, right, I'm going right over here to see Great Sylvando 3 days later. Hello, mysterious stranger who is not the prince. Definitely not the prince. I like how I'm the only one who gets no view of the show. Look at that. Like, they can at least kind of turn to the side. I have to turn around.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for the act you've all been waiting for. The Wandering Wonder, who amazes audiences wherever he goes. Prepare yourselves for an experience like no other. Prepare yourselves for the Great Sylvando!
Yeah!
Ladies and gentlemen, please! There is no need to be afraid! The great Sylvando will never endanger his adoring audience.
That woman is now pregnant with his child.
After all, darlings, you are the ones who make this show so special! I love you all! Thank you! Thank you!
Quickly, we must talk while the people are distracted. And please, not a word of this to anyone. Now, as you may be aware, the Sun National is the most important event of the year here in Gallopolis. And tomorrow, I am due to make my debut in the race to end all races. However, there is a problem. One teeny tiny, terrible problem. I cannot ride. In fact, I have barely so much as sat in a saddle.
What?
I have so far been able to hide this unfortunate fact, but if I were to take part in the race, the inconvenient truth would surely be uncovered. And yet I have no choice! For a prince of Gallopolis not to take part in the Sun National on the year of his coming of age is unthinkable! Unthinkable! So you see, your coming here was fated. It is a sign. The forces of destiny mean me to use you as my double. Ta-da!
I don't think Destiny cares about you that much, dude. Don't mean to deflate your ego. Just point it out.
Your double? How's that gonna work? Won't everyone notice as soon as he walks out onto the track?
Ah, the fates have provided that also. For you see, the royal family always races in full armor, lest the unthinkable occur. His face will be hidden from view. Oh, please, please. I beg of you. You must help me. You must enter the Sun National in my place.
You know the best part? If we're found out, he could just disavow us. Oh my god, this man, he took my place in the race. How dare he? And then we're screwed, and we'll be in the dungeon of another city.
You are the most pathetic for a prince I've ever seen. If you think we're going to help you lie to your people, you've got another thing coming.
I mean, it would be beneficial to us, right? It's the point of a trade.
Is that so? Then I assume that your need of the rainbow is not so great after all.
Yeah, I like Veronica's line there. It's obviously inaccurate, but I still like her for saying it.
Wow. Talk about shameless.
It's a trade! It's just politics, lady. Come on.
Call me what you will, it changes nothing. You will do as the fates wish and take my place in the race?
You know what? If this was a D&D game, I need to play a Two-Face someday. I just pull out a coin right about now. I wouldn't say anything. I just pull out a coin. Okay. The coin actually did say heads.
I knew you would see sense in the end. Thank you. I will talk to my father about the rainbow as soon as the race is over. You have my word. I took the liberty of arranging rooms for you at the inn. Rest well. I will see you in the stables, bright and early.
No, that's not necessary. We're local favorites. We're regulars at the inn now.
You will find the stable entrance in the western part of the city. Do not be late. Now, I must be on my way. Farewell, friends!
I like that hesitance there. Farewell, friends. And who's this guy? Honestly, what a weirdo. Exactly hazardous. Someday I'm gonna convince a GM to play for me when I'm playing as Two-Face. Like my own version of Two-Face. Oh god, you're right, Saldir. The prince just got pregnant. Super pregnant. Did I already go in here? I feel like I did. Yep, I did. This is where it described the rares. Okay, this guy's a twat. He's not as bad as Prince Charmless, of course. This is actually kind of neat looking. Can I get this like as a transmog? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me, Sildeer, if he was just that terrible of a prince. But I don't know. Oh god, I'm suddenly playing Dark Souls. Shoot, even I can't read that fast. Okay, Desert Breeze. Yeah, no, this is right, this is right. Aww. Let the kids cheer. Who's the best prince in fiction? I don't know. I'm tempted to mention a random Sand Lane just to be funny, but nobody would get what I'm referencing. Oh god, they're all 2D.
Hello, Gallopolitans! This is... no ordinary Sand National!
Hooray! All hail Prince Varys!
Okay, those aren't 2D. I am truly amazing. Yes, yes, that's why you can't see me at all.
Prince Varys!
I'm sorry, look at the bunny girl on the right there. She is really getting into this. Like, that's a lot of movement.
Oh, such a fine figure of a man.
Thanks.
It must be wonderful to be so popular, darling. But of course, you are used to it. Being a real live prince, huh?
Damn it, Sylvandos. That's your horse?
The name's Silvando, by the way. One of the other riders had a little whoopsie, so I had to step in at the last minute.
Oh my god, he is an assassin. Oh, Jesus.
But don't think I'll be going easy on you just because you're royalty. Where would be the fun in that? Try to keep up, little princey!
That's true, we are actually a prince. That's a valid statement. Just a prince of a kingdom that died. There's a term for that, I can't think of it. It's not a prince in exile, it's a... Whatever, there's a term for it. Prince of a kingdom that was destroyed. Now to play Chocobo Racing. Okay, so that's break, that's go, and stamina. Let's do it. Drift, drift. I can drift. Jesus, Sylvanda. Whoa, whoa. Okay, there we go. Woo! Okay. Okay, so I can't do that and that. That's interesting. Learning the rules a bit here. God, Sylvando. Yeah. I call rubber banding. Really? You're playing the battle music here? There's no way. You sucked. Yeah, I don't think I understand how drifting works in this game, because it doesn't work like I thought it would.
Well done! You are most talented. A far more natural horseman than I had anticipated. Now quickly, my public await. I shall take the reins from here.
Okay.
Fear not, my friend. I have not forgotten my promise. I will discuss the rainbow with my father, just as soon as my people have finished showering me with adulation. Praise the fates. Our plan was a success. Thank you. You have spared me great humiliation. I will go immediately to my father and ask about the rainbow.
All hail Prince Faris, pride of the desert, horseman extraordinaire. Darling, you were fabulous. It was enough to bring a tear even to my jaded eye.
Oh.
Wait, don't tell me you were... Surely you didn't let your understudy take the stage for the command performance? Oh, this is too good!
Wait! But you do not understand the pressure I am under. A prince of Gallopolis who could not ride a horse is a disgrace to the kingdom. I did what was necessary for the sake of my people. And now all can be forgotten. Yes?
And there was silly old Silvando thinking that knights never retreated in the face of adversity.
Silence! I am the prince of this kingdom, and I will not have a traveling jester lecture me on chivalry.
1,000 pardons, Your Highness.
Enter.
The Sultan wishes to see you, Your Highness. Your magnificent display of horsemanship has pleased him greatly.
I'm shocked. Why are you praising me?
Very good. I will come right away. My promise still stands. Come to the throne room in a little while. We will see what can be done about this branch of yours.
So nice to see a royal with the common touch. You were wonderful out there today, darling. Maybe we'll get to share the stage again soon.
Okay, so I wasn't sure that was you, Seend, because it didn't say Seend, it said Scotty. And I have like 2 viewers named Scotty. And so I wasn't actually responding yet. Well, that's creepy looking. So, oh, there we go. Assuming that was you, Seend. Yes, I got it. Yes, it came through. Thank you extremely much. That's a little more than I was expecting. I hate you because that means now I'm gonna have to play this game even longer. But yes, the message did go through. For those of you not aware, Seend just donated for me to play some of the post-game. I don't know which post-game exactly, but, you know. Oh, hang on. Well, I hope it got some good lore. Hope it did done dirt it. No, that one. I'm gonna have to figure out how the... I know, Cashel! It's so horrible! You know the best part? I already 100% plan to buy this game a second time on the Switch when it comes out. I'll probably play it on the Switch as well when we get there. Where is the... What am I looking for? Church! Where's the church? There it is. Other side of town. This is the PC version, yes. Switch version isn't even out yet. Otherwise, I would have already bought and be playing the Switch version for the premiere run. But unfortunately, the Switch version's coming out like January or something like that. In fact, I don't even think we have a release date for it yet. And yeah, I will be 100%ing the Switch version over the next year. Okay, let's do this. I was going to give the game praise if it allowed you to turn off the appearance-changing effects of appearance gear. Because that'd be a nice touch. Oh, yep, party talk.
What's up?
Oh yeah, it's definitely going to be that simple. Apparently Sylvando is also made Serena pregnant now. Super pregnant, sorry.
Truly, I am humbled. All I have ever desired is to fulfill my duties as a prince and as a knight. Father, if I may, I have promised to assist these travelers. Would you permit me to explain?
Gladly, my son. It warms my heart to see you aiding those in need. Truly, you have taken the knight's pledge to heart.
Uh-huh.
Thank you, Father. The truth of the matter is that my friends here have come to Gallopolis in search of the rainbow.
Your Majesty, the beast has returned. It attacked one of our men while we were out on patrol.
Well, that sucks. Can I get that rainbow so I can get out of here?
The Slayer of the Sands is back? Why must the accursed creature always appear on this, the happiest day of the year? We will stand for this no longer. I must dispatch my finest knights and ensure that the fiend never again returns to terrorize the Celestial Sands.
Now, this is not true, because that's not how Dragon Quest rolls, but I'm just gonna laugh if this monster just really likes the races.
But wait! My boy, the fates are speaking to us. Capturing the Slayer would be the perfect way to show your people what a fine knight you have become.
What? Oh, Father! So many of our bravest men have confronted the creature and perished. Surely, I do not stand a chance.
Truly, it is the most able who are the most humble. But you cannot hide your true feelings. You are trembling with excitement.
So the Sultan isn't evil, guys. He's just an idiot. So we've got one evil king, one dead king, and one stupid king.
This is your moment, Faris, my boy. Capture the Slayer and take your place in history.
By the way, is it just me or does this sound a lot like Jim Cummings?
But very well, Father. Yay! I shall begin my preparations right away.
Oh yeah, we have to have an insane king. Hey, about that rainbow. Can I get that rainbow really quick before you go die? Before you go die, could I get the... Oh, Christ.
1,000 pardons. The rainbow will have to wait. Meet me in my chambers. There is something we must discuss. Oh, just breathe, Faris.
Jim Cummings plays everyone in the universe, roughly. No, seriously, he's one of the most prolific voice actors of all time. He's been doing voice acting for 40 years now? Christ, a really long time.
Oh, please. Please, I beg of you. The Slayer of the Sands will tear me limb from limb unless you aid me. Have pity on a desperate soul.
Spoken like a true desert knight. Seriously, can't you handle this on your own?
No! No, such a thing is impossible. I am no knight. I neglected my training. I allowed my vassals to fight all my battles for me.
Oh, God, Seed. I'm not sure what to make of that. Also, vassals are a thing? That's interesting.
Oh, it is not my fault. I am an only child. I was coddled from birth and praised for the most insignificant of achievements. I did not wish to disappoint my parents or my people, so I found ways of seeming to fulfill their expectations without necessarily doing so.
I was wrong, guys. Jim Cummings has been voice acting for 34 years. I was getting there. I was close.
But the more I fulfilled them, the more their expectations grew. And now, finally, they expect the impossible. It's so unfair. Don't you see? If you refuse to help me, I will be sent to my doom. And through no fault of my own. Please? Will you take pity on your old friend?
No. I mean, if you'll pay me, I'll think about it. What do you guys think? Should I say yes or no? Seriously, what do you think? Funny fact, Nolan North has only been voice acting for 17 years. I actually didn't realize he was that recent. I do like stabbing, but we'll coin it. So, again, picture in character, you know, the hero's just standing there and just fishes into his pocket, pulls out a coin. Doesn't say anything, just... It's heads again. Okay.
Oh, thank you. 10,000 thank yous. And fear not. I will speak to my father about the rainbow as soon as the beast is captured.
I think that's the 6th time you've said something along the lines of, "Don't worry, I will rainbow, etc., etc."
We must make preparations to depart immediately. I will await you at the castle gates.
If I was to say the theme, by the way, scene, it would be short-sightedness. There's been that all over the place throughout the whole game so far. Think about this, for example. Alright, we go kill the beast, or capture the beast, or negotiate with the beast. That has to happen. That's logical, and I am a hero, and I want to help these people, because this town's cool, and I like these people. Plus, I like helping people in need. This guy can go burn. But think about this. Alright, we've captured him. Now, what happens the next time he has to do anything? When we are no longer here.
What a pathetic excuse for a prince. Goodness knows what'll become of Gallopolis with him in charge.
Oh, we mustn't be so hard on him, Veronica. I'm sure it can't be easy growing up with everyone expecting so much of you.
Yeah, exactly, Souther. I mean, I know you mentioned it, but... I mean, that's probably what he's going to do. This is the kind of person who would do something as immensely stupid as printing a whole lot of additional money without thinking what that would do to his economy. Just to give an example of what I'm talking about. Well, time to go fight the Slayer. What? What, you mean this? Yeah, I know. All I'd have to do is do this. We can do this. I don't know if the backgrounds are actually good enough, but I've thought about it. So, let's just discuss something here. There's another theme that's been going through this game as well. The difference between someone who is... God, how do I phrase this? There's people who think they've got it, and then there's people who've got it. Now, I'm gonna make this point in an extremely silly way, but the Prince Ferris over there thinks he's got it, but these women are not pregnant. However, the moment Sylvando goes through here, pregnant. But yeah, that is exactly right, Sonic Doctor. There's some people who know how to walk the walk, and some people who don't. I'm gonna get in a safety save, because, yeah. That's actually a good way to put that, Hazardous. There's Krennics, and then there's Geralt's.
I mean no disrespect, Your Highness, but how could you do this to us? You have volunteered us for certain death.
Of course! Stab! Anyone else want to question my orders? And I want you to picture, like, the guy's still impaled here, and he's still alive, because I just stabbed him, so he's just like... he's freaking out, and I'm like, alright, anyone else want to question my orders? Sir, I have a question. Okay, hang on. Hang on, it's stuck in his collarbone. There we go. Grab the other guy. Alright, any other questions? Okay. Get out there.
Fear not, trusted retainers. We do not journey into the jaws of danger alone. Ha! Impeccable timing as always. Allow me to introduce our knights in shining armor. These brave adventurers have agreed to capture the Slayer for us. Now, the beast's lair is said to be located deep within the Celestial Sands. The fastest route is through the checkpoint to the west. We march immediately for Gallopolis!
I was actually thinking the same thing, Dakota.
For Gallopolis.
Yeah! Yeah!
Yeah, we're gonna go die!
Room for a little one? Oh, I'd hate to miss a good beast hunt.
Sylvando, there is always room for you.
Huh?
Hop!
There's no such thing as a good beast hunt, friend. If I were you, I'd run along back to the circus.
Well, aren't you just a lovely, patronizing little dear? Look, I'm worried about the half-wit prince getting himself killed. Can I come with you or not?
Holy crap, he dropped the facade for a second. Believe it or not, that actually increases my respect for this man.
At least one of you has some sense. Lead on, darling!
Also, so what happens here is Sylvando shows up, and those girls who were cheering for the prince earlier are now super pregnant. However, here's the thing. They don't realize it was Sylvando. They think it was the prince. And thus his reputation continues to spread. I'll laugh if Sylvando is one of the prince's vassals. What in the world? Oh, never mind. Okay. Yeah. Yep, we've started some succession wars. All in a day's work. Look, my kingdom was literally destroyed. I have to destabilize every other kingdom as much as I can. Before I take them over, of course. I'm starting from nothing here, guys. Come on. See if we can make anything really quick. Feels great, Sonic. Legit. I'm not even making a Golden Sun joke. I think I made my point clear. I don't like that in any game. I mean, Dragon Quest VII, as much as I love that game on the 3DS, holy crap. Okay, so can we make anything right now? Nope. Nope. Not really. Nope. I can make that. Yeah, sure. Cotton and berries make a Templar's outfit, apparently. Nah, that's probably gonna be too much. Oh yeah, that's way too much. Yeah, we'll stop there. Yes, hazardous. We're just, like, our bellies are gonna slowly expand. In the sexy kind of a way. Not in the Jabba the Hutt kind of a way. We'll do one more. Oof. Well, we screwed up. Barely success. Let's try to make that a little bit better really quick. 4 pearls? Man, screw that. Can she wield a wand and a shield at the same time? Stupid question. What's the difference between a star on this screen and a check mark on this screen? I think I know, but I'm curious if anybody else has another answer to me. Okay. There we go. I mean, I kind of am too, Saint. We'll see, I suppose. Since I don't know anything about the character yet. So, okay, we just got a perfect. That's a +3. We got a flourish. So, just to verify, yep, star is perfected. I don't know what the point is of adding check marks or stars to these. I'm guessing there's some benefit to that later on. But, woo. Okay, an achievement. Okay. Okay. Shield. Yeah, let's go do that. Hi, Ridewings. Or Ridwings. Yeah, it is the fun-sized forge. Wouldn't be a Dragon Quest game without weird. Okay. Party talk. There's no one to talk to in the party. They're right here. I'm okay with Sylvando being with us. It's cool. Yes, he's very talented. He's probably an assassin. I've already guessed that. What do you think, Sylvando? Okay, where's... I guess that's it for now. I'm gonna not sell yet, because I want to break down stuff into crafting items later. So... let's get a quick save in. Oh god, it does, Red Wings. Until dawn. I want daytime. Yeah, potions expert, a caster, an assassin. The reason I say assassin is because he's good on a horse, and he's extremely agile, and he's got the ninja thing going for him. You know, ninja magic, illusory magic kind of a thing. And he was able to do things like leaping from the top of a wall down to us and landing with a flourish. To me, that just screams, you know, assassin, agility, etc. That's what I thought. Also, with regards to, you know, his appearance and his job, Liliana. Ah! He seems so happy to be fighting me. He also sounds like he's having fun in a combat in a fight.
Let's heat things up!
As Nolan North would say, murder time, fun time! Or Troy Baker. I think it's Nolan North. Shoot, I'm not sure now. God damn it. Hang on, hang on. Yes, that's great. I don't know if he could beat Ryan Reynolds, Hazardous. That's quite a task at this point. This is the other problem, by the way. Yes, we did, Dakota. In fact, we even put some skills into him. This is the other problem with getting footage from this game. As much as I want to try it, there's going to be issues with, for example... I'll show you what I mean. There's enemies! Right? So if I want to get, like, that shot... If I want to get that shot, alright. But no, seriously, if I want to get, like, that shot or whatever, there's enemies just roaming around. I mean, look at that. So I'll have to think about that going forward. Oh, I was wrong. It's actually Troy Baker. My bad. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna have to look around Dakota, see if there's any good spots. I actually bought GTA 5 last night on the PC, just to see if I could use that for that. Also, GTA 5 is $20 right now, for anybody who doesn't have that on the PC.
Let's heat things up!
That would be funny, Cloud of the Stars.
Ha! Easy.
Oh, hey, there's the volcano over there. I can actually see it from here. That's kind of cool. And there's the town. Woo. Is this worth buying? No, this is the worst game ever. I think that you should spit on its grave. Why I was dying, you know, etc. That looks kind of horrifying, actually, but, you know, whatever. Now, I hate to point this out, but these rune-curious things, it's the same style as the images in the corners here. Anyways. Ah. Aw. That weird tree looked interactable. No! So you can zoom from the map. You can also zoom to campsites, which is actually really cool. Yeah, that was a mashing A problem right there. Now, that's doubly cool, because not only does it give you more warp points, but you can do this. Is there a stamina? Like, there doesn't appear to be. Looks like I just galloped forever here if I wanted to. This is why the horse got a plus by itself, by the way. Oh no, I accidentally warped across the continent. And I'm back. Yeah, I have a really strong feeling they don't want us warping back to the previous continent. Hello? What do you mean trying? Sylvando's got this. Ah, screw it. It's probably very stupid. Yeah, that's the Spritz Fire. That's the rare. Okay. I actually agree, Cashel. Which is funny, because 8 was brutal. 8 was mean.
Don't worry, I'm here to help.
Night, night!
Damn it. Probably the only downside to the AI's healing is they don't know how to preemptively heal. They only know how to reactionarily heal. I'm gonna try one more time with this. I tried.
The heat, the dry air, it is too much, too much. Let us spend the night here. The monster will have to wait.
You live in a desert. You live in a desert.
There you are. As you can see, I have decided to set up camp. We will continue our quest in the morning.
Also, I doubt air conditioning exists, magically or technologically.
That's right. You get your beauty sleep, Princey dear. You've got a hard day of getting us to do your dirty work for you to be preparing for. Come on, you. Let's have a sit down and a nice chat, shall we? So, 2 boys and 2 girls out on a lovely adventure together, huh? How romantic. But what kind of adventure, I wonder? Come on, spill the beans.
Oh, hi, Chocolate Rob. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I'm glad it got you through the morning.
To be perfectly honest, we're none too sure ourselves just yet.
Yeah, if you think about it, we don't really have an overarching goal yet in our story.
But for the moment, we're trying to get to Yggdrasil. We need to understand more about the mysteries surrounding the Luminary, you see? It's all to do with a horrible being called the Dark One. He wants to bring death and destruction to the world, and we want to stop him.
All right, Big Mouth, that's enough. You don't need to tell the Jolly Jester a whole life story. We barely know him.
My. So there's a dastardly villain coming to steal all the smiles and laughter from the world. And you four heroes are on a daring mission to stop him before it's too late. Oh, now that does sound fun.
You've got a strange idea of fun.
What about you, Sylvando? What made you leave home and set out on the road?
Oh, you don't want to hear my boring old stories. We've got a big day ahead of us tomorrow. Come on, kiddies. Betty buys.
Oh my god, he's totally Majima. He is completely Majima-ing here. Utter misdirection.
Well, aren't we full of mysteries? What's his deal?
Also, plus to story. I've been kind of sitting on it, but no, plus to story. No explanation needed. Yeah, I'm the Darkspawn, which means... Well, actually, I have no idea what it means, to be completely honest with you. The king wasn't really, you know, forthcoming with details. He just said, "You're the Darkspawn! Die!" And then he didn't kill me. Yeah, no kidding scene. I've already been thinking about my party makeup. I'm probably going to slot out Veronica for Sylvando. Ah! Ah! Oh, god damn it. The next person that asks me about Dragon Quest XI, I need to tell them, like... So if someone says, "When's Dragon Quest XI set?" I'll just say, "The Dark Time!" And maybe shake the camera, too, for good measure. Her magic's useful, but Sylvando! Also, in my experience with Dragon Quest games, it's better to lean on magic as support, healing, and debuff, rather than
Another
offense.
One bites the dust.
But I could slot out the main character, that's true. Hang on. Yeah, I'll try it. Wow. Oh, speaking of which, this game does something right that many games do wrong. Even characters who aren't in your active party are still part of conversations. That's something that's bothered me about gaming for 20 years, 30 years, a long frickin' time. Cool scenes. God damn it. Pep up! Pep up! Whoa, whoa! Okay. What do I mean, what, Zelda? Oh! Mass Effect 1. You go on a mission, you bring 2 people. The only people who have dialogue relevant to that mission are those 2 people. all the other people in your party, you're gonna have to play the game again in order to put them into the party, in order to see what's going on. Make sense? That's been a trope since forever. Like, FF6, I think, is the first game I played where... It was, yeah, I think it was FF6, where I was start slotting in different characters to see what they'd say. Chrono Trigger does that. FF7 does that. Mass Effect 1 does that. Dragon Age Origins does that. Like, a lot of RPGs have that problem, and it drives me batty. Because there's so many ways to solve it. What am I doing? I'm pretty sure the reason they do that is to force you to replay it. I just hate that because it feels like rather than encouraging you to, you know, it doesn't feel like it encourages you to replay it. It feels like it takes story content hostage and forces you to replay it. You know what I mean? Anyways, so yeah, I'm just gonna go back to Fight Wisely.
Let's heat things up!
No, Tigzar. Although it says on PC, so I probably have the availability to do so if I needed to. But I don't anticipate cheating. Ah! Ow!
Night, night!
Oh, now it's slept. I need another pep up. I probably need... Oh, god damn it! This quest can suck it. For those of you who don't know where, the quest is to use a pep-up ability to kill that creature. I don't even know which pep-up ability that is. Hang on. Oh, by the way, what, Django? Sorry. Where's the pep-up screen? No. That real quick. Here we go. Wildside, which is Lore Runner, Eric, and Serena, all being pepped up. Jesus. I don't know, Hazardous. I mean, I understand from a gameplay perspective limiting the party size is basically mandatory. I really do get that. I've talked about that extensively several times. I'm going to make one last attempt on this, and then I'm going to give up on this quest. Notice how the only person who needs to be... who is currently pepped up is the only one who I don't... whatever. That's actually an interesting point. You know what I'd probably do in a situation like this? Because in some games, there's some lore reason for why you can't bring all of your party at a single time. But there's no real lore reason why you can't have a party of 5 or 8 or whatever here, right?
Who else wants...
So what I would probably do if I was in charge of this is I would basically invent a new type of party slot. We'll call it support, because I don't know what else to call it. And the support characters wouldn't actually be fighting, and you wouldn't actually be giving them commands, but they would increase the buffs or abilities or stats or something. Basically, they would give some benefit to the main party. And there would probably be synergies. Like, for example, you sent Veronica to support Serena, and therefore Serena has better magic defense or has access to some of Veronica's spells. You know, something like that. And that way, you would actually have the whole party active, and it would still be your party size shrunk to 4 for the sake of balancing. Something like that. Damn it, Cashel! Someone go stab Barrett for me.
The Slayer of the Sands was last seen here.
The cowardly creature is nowhere to be found. It must have fled in fear. Let us return to the castle and inform my father of our success.
weapon at him, Principoo. Show that filthy thing what real knights are made of. Oh dear. Looks like poor old Faris has been struck down with stage fright. You soldiers, beat the ears and look after him, will you? Come on, gang. This little drama needs a hero or two.
I think this is another boss, which is not a big boss by the definition Seeds was using earlier.
Night, night!
I'm telling you, the Slayer of the Sands just really likes the horse show or something. Oh god, it's so pretty. Did he just slap me out of confusion? That is awesome.
Sorry.
Hey, Jammy. I believe there is, yes. Ow! Jesus! Oh, now you pep up.
That patched up.
Sure. Oh, come on! There we go.
Yep.
So let's see what this thing does, finally.
Night, night!
94. Not too bad. They're pretty decent, Tigs are, yeah. In fact, to demonstrate, let's put her on Show No Mercy. I need her to just be doing damage this round. Look at what we got here. Let's go ahead and buff him. Not worth it. No! God damn it. Silvando! Ah, whatever. I know, right, Tixar? Crazy. It's the first and only combo attack I have right now. Still wish I could see some kind of turn order or who's going to come next. Or just like the sidebar in FF10. That's all I'm asking. Oh, Jesus. Well, there's all three I need to be pepped. Can I, like, flee the battle and go fight the side quest thing? Because... What? God damn it. No, they're gonna run out of pep on this boss fight. I'm actually gonna be upset. Yep, Serena's pep just ran out.
Hey!
Thank you, Silvando.
Let's heat things up!
Oh, he's blind. I didn't even notice that. That's my fault. But I can't, Seed, because Serena's already ran out. And theirs is going to run out no matter what I do, because of what you guys told me earlier. I can't just store pep. Not that I'm aware of, Hazardous. Hell, I don't even have party selection yet. Oh my god, die. And there goes the other pep that I needed. Why are you not dead? Jesus Christ. You've already pissed me off. By preventing me from getting my quest completed. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Here, go to that.
Don't worry, I'm here to help.
There's a bunch of exp that Veronica didn't get.
Nice!
I feel better than ever.
Sorry, Veronica. I sucked too badly to actually do anything. Yeah, we'll do that. I mean, you ever heard of you missed this broadside of a barn? Apparently they meant that literally.
That will teach you to be so grumpy. Now, hold nice and still while I tie you up.
Silvando, where did you have that chain? Well, Veronica didn't level just now.
The battle is won! The Slayer of the Sands is bested! All in a day's work for the Prince of Gallopolis! You saw me, man, did you not? You saw the People's Prince defeat the fiend that terrorized them so.
Yes, Your Highness. Of course, Your Highness.
You have my thanks, friend. My heroic feat would not have been possible without your valuable contribution.
Is it me, or is he getting a little bit more spitty every time he says friend? Thank you, friend.
I still have not forgotten what I promised.
That's 7 times he said that now, and I didn't mean to skip that dialogue.
Really, Principal? That's how you're gonna play it? And what do you think they'll be expecting of you next, huh?
You speak as though I have a choice! Are you suggesting that I disappoint my father and the citizens of Gallopolis?
I'm not suggesting anything, darling. You do what you need to do.
To Gallopolis, men! We return as heroes! Yeah!
Oh, well, this feels all kinds of wrong. You're right, Sylvando. Nothing's going to change if he keeps on pretending.
Oh, I think the poor boy knows that well enough. All he needs is a little push. Anyway, I'd better be getting along. I'm sure we'll bump into each other again soon. Ciao for now, my loves.
Why is Veronica rezzed? Seriously, why is she alive? I was gonna say, that feels like a plot thing. It's a weird thing to do, though. Like, why do that? I don't know. Because the mere fact that you can res in town means that if they died in, say, a normal trash fight, then they would stay dead. So, if they can die at the end of the fight at all, why not just do that? Like, for those of you who don't understand what I'm talking about, in Chrono Trigger, anytime you die in combat, as soon as combat ends, you get up with 1 HP. Now, that's actually an interesting mechanic, and I think it works very well for what it is. But they don't do that here, maybe? Maybe they do that. I don't know. But if they do that, then why have rezzing out of combat? I don't know. It just feels like a strange decision. Death stick, except on bosses, maybe? I don't know.
Galopolitans! Faris, your prince, my son, our hero, has vanquished the Slayer of the Sands.
Hey! Yeah, that's it! Yeah!
The future of our kingdom is surely safe in the hands of one so gallant and chivalrous as he. Now come, heroic conqueror, address your people.
Beloved Galopolitans, yes, I captured the beast, but I did not act alone. For it was your love, your adoration that gave me the strength I so needed. Yes! Hi.
You know, I just saw this coming.
And it is that same love that will allow me to continue serving you until my death.
But yeah. Of course that happened. In front of a giant crowd. I got an idea. Let's bring the Zillo Beast to Coruscant.
Friends, we have no need to be afraid. Prince Faris will protect us.
Yes, yes! We have nothing to fear with the prince on our side!
Well, my boy, your people await. Let them see firsthand the fearless desert knight you have become.
I mean, I do, Hazardous, yeah.
Father, Father, I cannot.
Repeat after me now. A knight's word?
A knight's word is his bond, his kingdom, his master.
That is some lungs.
Don't stop.
Seriously. That guy's got some pipes to be heard from way over there. Over the crowd.
He serves the weak untiringly, challenges the strong unflinchingly, and never retreats in the face of adversity.
That's more like it. Now, my little Princey Pooh, do you want to be remembered as a miserable coward? Or a hero who died fighting to the end?
I wish to be remembered as a knight of Gallopolis!
And then he dies. I'm kidding, we'll save him. Seriously. He should die here. That would actually be good. Damn it, Sylvando, let him die! Let him die!
Darling, you were wonderful. Amazing what you can do when you put your mind to it, huh?
Wait, did you?
I mean, I'll even give him credits for the fact that he basically just went to his death despite the thing that he was facing and despite losing his sword, but I still would have rather he died.
I won't always be here to remind you what it means to be a knight, though. Better not go forgetting again, huh?
I'm not even saying that because I dislike the prince, by the way. I just think that'd be a good story arc.
Friend, where did you become so well-versed in the ways of chivalry? Are you a knight?
Who, me? Don't be ridiculous, darling. I'm just a silly old jester.
Kiryu-san. We were just eavesdropping the whole time.
Yes, Father. It was he who rode my horse in the Sand National, and he who captured the Slayer of the Sands. Forgive me.
Faris, look at me. The burden that was placed upon you, it was more than any boy could be expected to
Oh yeah,
bear.
Jamie, I'm sorry, but you're pregnant now. Sorry. It's not me, it's Sylvando.
It is I who must apologize, not you. But rest assured that I have learned my lesson. I will not make the same mistake again. And it seems you have learned something too, despite your protestations. The bravery you showed was worthy of a true knight. Sir Hendrik will be happy to take one such as yourself under his wing, I am sure. Your dream will come true at last. I am so pleased for you.
Hendrik? Wasn't that the name of the guy who was chasing us?
Ah, but I am forgetting our guests. Father, these travelers came to Gallopolis in search of the rainbow. It is a royal treasure, of course. But surely you agree that they have done more than enough to deserve it.
Certainly, certainly. But my boy, I sold the rainbow to a traveling merchant.
Of course.
What? What would compel you to sell one of our most precious treasures?
Are you blind, boy? Did you not notice the grandeur with which we celebrated this year's Sand National? We made a sacrifice for your sake.
Father, I...
Forgive me. All I can tell you is that the merchant to whom I sold the rainbow headed west towards Gondolia. This letter will grant you passage through the checkpoint that leads there. Perhaps someone can tell you what became of the branch.
I hate to be a bother, but could I get any kind of reward for all of this crap?
Ow!
Anything.
1,000 pardons! I did not know that the rainbow was no longer in the kingdom. Truly, I did not.
Something. Come on.
It is scant consolation, I am sure. But please, take this. Its value cannot possibly compare, but it has been prized by generations of Gallopolitan knights.
It's a coffee bean.
It allows one to provoke distant foes into combat, and is an excellent way to gain battle experience. Or so I am told.
I wouldn't know, because, you know. Wait, what?
You have done our kingdom a great service. Should you ever need our assistance, you need only say the word. And as for me, I will be sorry to see you leave. But I'm sure there will be other kindly travelers along soon enough. Yeah?
Can I get some stabs in chat? Just curious. What the hell, Dream Whisperer? Lore Irradiate? What the heck would Lore Irradiate be? Aw. Oh my god. So now the knight is in love with the maid because of the cat. Really? Really? What am I doing here? Hang on. There we go. PG-13 warning. I mean, you put me on the spot, Scene. I don't know if I can do a good analysis of the characters so far. I do like how Dragon Quest tends to typically have more than one-dimensional characters, you know? For example, the prince is not actually a one-dimensional character. He's probably only a two-dimensional character, but still, you have someone who is a coward and a sneak and who is used to lying and cheating his way through life, but at the same time doesn't actually like that and doesn't enjoy the life that he's been pushed into and feels like it is something that's compelled upon him, partially because of his father, partially because of his followers, but also because of his own views on knighthood, which is something the kingdom in general exonerates. The whole knight thing, the whole knight creed, has been constant throughout this entire city, through NPCs and guards, and of course the prince and the king, or the sultan, excuse me. So, there's also the fact, and I love that little tiny tidbit, that all this training was trying to produce someone who was capable of serving under Sir Hendrix, which is the third time that's actually been referenced now, consequently. Once way back at the very beginning when we saw the kings having their cavalcade. Once, actually, I guess that's not true, so we can eject that one, but there's still a third time I just thought of. Once back in Heliodor, they mentioned how people from other nations were, that Sir Hendrix's men were the envy of other nations, that occasionally they'd send people to train under them. We saw that mentioned here in this town, and of course he mentioned it himself, which is the third instance of that. I really find myself wondering how many... Oh, God, Salder! I find myself wondering how many different nations are unified in this task, and in fact, functionally, would actually look at... If they knew that we were the Darkspawn, would be against us despite everything, because of the fact that their political and military allies are against us, right? Like, I very much got that impression. As for the Sultan seems just as useless as his son. In a nation where apparently being a knight and being a horse knight specifically are such important aspects of the story, the Sultan's a big fat guy who hasn't done anything in years. See you around, Agrod. So, and to continue my point, as Jaluda just mentioned in chat, so he got there before I did, virtually none of the actual knights, as in the regular low-level knights we've seen, have any kind of valor or regard for what they can do or how they can do it. Most of them were either cowards or like, hesitant or incompetent or whatever. In other words, they've got this whole shtick about being, oh, we must be knightly, and they kind of have forgotten about the specifics of that. I have a very strong feeling that Sylvando either was a knight here, or was a knight somewhere else at one point in time, or maybe he just knows knights like that, but either way, he has some kind of past with actual knighthood. Not the position, not the political title, not the armor and the horse, but being a knight, being chivalrous, being Arthurian. And that Sylvando's specific reason for interacting with all this thing was to try and make these people remember what being chivalrous actually meant. Whether he has succeeded or not is debatable. I will say, in typical Dragon Quest fashion, I am legitimately impressed that the prince, despite everything, was willing to basically go to his death. The only thing that I regret is the fact that he saved his life. Again, I'm not saying that because I dislike the priest. It would have been kind of awesome if, for example, the prince goes forward and the beast strikes him down, maybe he doesn't die necessarily, but he's crippled or wounded or something like that, thus showcasing that it's not the skill of the horse or the martial power or whatever that shows that he is a true knight in the classic romantic sense, but rather someone who was willing to die in order to accomplish his goal, someone who was willing to put his life on the line for the sake of others. Right? And then he could get better, and then you could go through the rest of the story beats and blah, blah, blah. And then we show up and beat the boss again. Yes, I'm the Crossbow Kid. Oh, by the way, the guy who really likes crossbows is named Bo. Oh, that's a good question, Saldir. I was actually going to say, I feel like it's what J-Man was mentioning, that there is enough competent people here to sustain the incompetence. Because we did see there are a few knights, not the ones that went out with us, but back in town, who actually are decent fighters or decent soldiers or, you know, can actually hold their own. Of course, of course. I'm not a prince at all. I mean, that's a pretty common and old concept, isn't it, Saldir? The expectation that a royal must be capable of physical, literal, personal action. Obviously, back in the day, there was some legitimate reason for that. How valid that is in more modern times is a little more debatable. But even to this day, how many US presidents, for example, have been people who have served in the military? Just to name an example of that kind of concept still going into the modern age. Not really. I don't think the prince is going to be a particularly good ruler. You never know, he might surprise me. See, the problem is, I think the prince learned both the right and the wrong lesson from that. So, we'll see. I don't know how that works in other countries, because I don't live in other countries, but, you know. I wonder. Now you got me curious. Hang on. There we go. So yeah, I was gonna say, I know Bush was in the military. Both Bushes, I should say. Reagan, Carter, Ford, Nixon, Johnson, Kennedy. Eisenhower is a duh, of course. Truman. Then there's a few who weren't. Taft was in the military. Roosevelt was, of course. McKinley was. Harrison was. Grover Cleveland was not. Big surprise. I'm gonna stop here. We're getting back into the old area. But you get my point. Even 2 presidents ago, we had a president who was in military service. Now, Wakanda, obviously that's a fictional example, but that is another excellent example. In order to become king of Wakanda, and of the Confederacy that they lead, you've got to win it through literal personal combat, which is just amusing to me. Well, the rumors about him being handsome were good, or true. That's good enough for me. I mean, I don't want to get into politics or mudflinging, but it is true that George Bush Jr. did serve in the military, which is just making my point.
At last! I was beginning to think you had snuck out through the stage door.
Hi, Sylvando.
Huh?
Oh.
I like that. Oh.
Hey!
You again? What do you want this time?
Hey, yeah! Ta-da! Oh, don't be coy, darling. I want to come with you, of course. You should never have told me about your heroic quest if you didn't want me to tag along.
I did want you to tag along.
What are you talking about? You can't just decide to come with us. This isn't a game.
Believe me, honey, I know it isn't. I've seen my fair share of fun and games on my travels. What kind of jester would I be if I hadn't? But I've seen tragedy too. People attacked by monsters, all kinds of awful things. You know, my dream has always been to build a wonderful theater. Somewhere I can put on performances that will make millions smile. But how can I do that if this dark one of yours is going to be out there making people's lives awful? What I'm trying to say, darlings, is that we all want the same thing. So you see, I have to come with you. Oh, don't all squeal at once now.
I'm sorry, I'm too pregnant to squeal.
Mwah.
Oh, I'm even more pregnant. Sorry, viewers. I didn't mean to get you all pregnant with him.
This guy really doesn't take no for an answer, huh?
Guess I'm part of the gang now. Yay! So, tell me, what's our next move?
Well, to get to Yggdrasil, we're going to need the Rainbow. And it seems that a traveling merchant has taken it to Gondolia.
Hi, Larian.
Gondolia. But honey, that's a port town. He's probably hopped on a boat and set sail by now.
That's true. Well, then we'll have to buy tickets for the ferry, and...
The ferry? Please, darling. We don't have time to be riding the ferry with the little people.
Have you ever seen that movie that Arnold Schwarzenegger was in, J-Man? I can't remember what it's called. Where Arnold Schwarzenegger gets pregnant.
Well, what's your bright idea then?
I was thinking a ship of our own might be more chic, no?
Yeah, but we're kind of poor.
And luckily for you, I happen to have picked up a lovely little number in the end of season sales.
What? You've got your own boat? That's amazing! You're going up in my estimation by the minute.
Veronica, no.
You'd really be willing to let us use your ship, Mr. Sylvander?
But of course, sweetie. That's what friends are for. And guess where the old girl is docked, No? Why, Gondolia, of course! Lucky!
Okay, you are either playing me for a complete fool...
So what are we waiting for? The ocean beckons, shipmate! Westward ho!
Or you're just playing a complete fool. I don't think he's a villain, though. I just think he's manipulative. Ah, there we go.
How wonderful!
What's up?
Yes!
Oh, hello.
There it is. Sorry, Veronica. Oh god, hazardous, I knew it! Alright, how do I use the crossbow? Seriously. Or is it like a prompt thing? Do I need to be at a target to use it? Oh! So I could just, like, for example... Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, context sensitive. Gotcha. I've been pepped this whole time. It's been like a day and a half. I'm still pepped.
May heaven's winds propel thee hence! Begone!
I mean, sure, why not, Dakota? I mean, the way they literally describe pep as if it's you're being wiped, so that makes sense. So I see a target, consequently. Is there any indicator of that anywhere that I got that? I'm guessing not. Oh, wait. The zone. Nice. Wonder. See, it looks like there's no indicator at all of the targets. So you just have to keep mental track, I suppose. Which sucks. Yeah, sure, let me learn Japanese with all that spare time I have. I still need to relearn Russian first. I honestly don't know if I could ever learn Japanese. I am really stupid. Wait a minute. Yeah, we're set to that. Okay. Sylvando has regen.
Yep.
Honestly, I don't remember how. It's just that's the whole point. I used to know Russian pretty well, but when I say used to, I mean like in the 90s. It's been a long time.
We'll soon have that patched up.
Oh yeah. We can look, can't we? Oh, it doesn't say. I was hoping it would say how long the buffs and debuffs would last. I can also swap people out at will. Oh yeah, I need to test that, don't I? Okay. Chimera is in the zone. I'd make a Full Metal Alchemist joke here, but it makes me sad just thinking about it.
Did I do all right?
Veronica did get experience from that fight. Yeah, we need to get Veronica out. And a dog. Anyways.
Zug zug.
Ah! Thank you for the crumbs, J-Man. Okay, so 7866. I need to write these down. 7866 911. Let's go fight someone really quick. As weird as this may sound, I don't get the point of doing that. What's the point of... I mean, I guess if they're flying enemies, that's relevant? I don't know.
Be gone!
Another one bites the dust.
One moment, please. Oh, that's true. Pulling one out of a group is another use of it. So that should be... And this should be... Okay. Hang on. I'm an idiot. Okay. So, experience shares fully. Veronica got the full experience from that fight, and so did Serena. So that means it's my favorite type of experience. As I was talking about back in Golden Sun. So I don't have to constantly be slotting in characters to make sure they're keeping up, which I like. I can bring who I want based on situation without regard to fear, which I like. And it's not splitting up the X based on how many party members I have, which I like. So that is awesome. Now to go die. Whee! No. You know me, I like to test stuff for myself. Well, maybe you don't know me that well, but I do like to test stuff for myself. Okay, Lore, stop trying to 100% and go play the game. Did I ever... Yep. Yeah, but I don't mind doing that, really, Black Dragon. Like, I mean, if you're going to give me 7, just to make up numbers, if you're going to give me 7 party members and restrict me to 3 in combat, I would rather have the option of I would rather the game be designed as if I could use all 7, rather than insisting that I just level and gear up 3, you know what I mean? Because I can name plenty of games that basically assume you're never going to do anything with your off-party members. Also, why are people saying fear? What'd I miss? Oh, I can name a dozen RPGs that don't do that right off the top of my head. We just played one earlier this year, or earlier this week, excuse me, Golden Sun. Chrono Trigger doesn't do that. Final Fantasy VI doesn't do that. Final Fantasy VII doesn't do that. all the FFs. Let's just go down the list there. Ah! I can't shoot while mounted. Whoa. Night dudes. God damn it, I keep forgetting to check his skills. So it looks like Breathe Fire isn't as useful as it is in earlier Dragon Quests. In earlier Dragon Quest, Breath of Fire is... Jesus. A little bit overpowered, actually. Because it's a no MP cost AoE attack that hits a line. Here it looks like it's a no MP cost relatively... Oh, no, it does cost MP. So it costs MP, it only hits one character. So never mind. And Low Runner's dead. Wow!
Don't worry, I'm here to help.
I just realized something.
Here.
Oh yeah, I suppose I should do that really quick. I also want you on Show No Mercy. Great.
Burn!
Don't worry, I'm here to help.
Hi, Brigwin. I always knew you were a vampire, but...
Oh, cool it. What?
I think so, Takoida, but that's only based on previous Dragon Quest games. So... Yep, Lore Runner is back up at 1 health, even despite the fact that that was a trash fight. That is very curious. I think this is the very first friendly monster we've encountered. Hey, dude! Interesting. So this is actually the Gondolia region, technically, not the, Galapagosian region. That's gotta be a change, because you can res out of combat. If you don't understand the nonsensicalness of this, if you get back up after combat, then you will literally never be in a situation in which you can res out of combat. And yet res is still an option. If I were to take a guess, I would say that the original intent was typical Dragon Quest, and for whatever reason they decided to make it so people get up with 1 health, maybe just in the English version. And then they just never got rid of the resurrection option. That's my best guess. I don't mind the getting up after battle thing. I really don't. I feel like a lot can be done with that kind of approach. Again, Chrono Trigger. Just to give my evidence there. The only thing I changed in the INI file was the frame rate. That's it. Unless I sincerely doubt that's going to lead to this situation happening. That's true, it was the hero who died. In order to properly test this, I'd have to have someone else die. Sure. I wonder if the pluses is just a generic, like, determinator of increased stats, or if it literally just adds +3 to the stats. Let's look at his skills, shall we? Of course his thing is a mask. Oh, that's a lot of areas to go into. Okay, so we got swords, knives, whips, litheness, and showmanship. Maybe it's a percentage chance for rezzing? I don't know. Unleash a barrage of unbridled affection on an enemy. Oh god, you're right, Seed. I think we're gonna go ahead and go straight up sword and board with him. He can wield a shield, right? I suppose I should check something. Maybe he can't, actually. Hey, Blue Wolf. Do whips hit a line in this one? Like, you know, previous games? So I might go with whips for him instead. Having a good AoE character is, you know, useful. Looks like he has almost the same knife abilities that Eric does. Oh, of course, dual wielding is way down there. Can you dual wield swords? Because if you can, I know my build. I'm gonna go dual wield swords and have him be a dervish. Or a... Oh, I can't remember what it's called in Fire Emblem. A something. I mean, it does less damage, but it hits a group. I mean, you can kind of see how a whip could hit a group, or a boomerang, or whatever. Whip, think about it. Whoosh, right? I don't know. Well, yeah, but Eric's gonna dual wield knives. I mean, obviously. I'm actually really torn on what I want to do here. This is probably stupid. I mean, generally, in almost every case, an attack that hits more and does more times and does less damage will statistically be a better attack than an attack that hits for more damage but only once. The only exception is the fact that the former is weak against defense enemies, whereas the latter strong against it. That's the main difference between the two. The former is good for enemies that don't have armor, or defense, or absorption, or whatever, and the latter is. Okay. I am super duper torn on this. Screw it. I'm gonna commit to whips. Whips! Nobody answered my questions, so we're just gonna do it. Actually, we don't have a whip right now, do we? Do we have a whip? We do have a whip. It's a crap whip. Jesus Christ, that's a terrible whip. How much does it cost to rebuild? Because I know you can do that. So I shouldn't be stressing this as much as I am. Screw it. Well. Yeah, no, I'm gonna commit. I'm gonna commit! God, 10 hours into this game. I love it. Scene says, I recommend you go swords right after I went to whips. Well, thank you, Blue Wolf Alex. If it makes you feel any better, so Amazon wasn't allowing people to pre-order Spider-Man for like a weirdly large period of time. So I finally was able to pre-order Spider-Man. I'm like, woo! It won't be here till next week. I mean, granted, I'm not playing it till next week anyways, but what the hell? That is not the first time they've been weird about Sony games, let me tell you. I'm sure it'll be a good game. I'm not worried about that. Even if I wasn't playing it for the show, I'd be interested in Spider-Man. Although with Red Dead Redemption 2 coming out soon as well, goddamn, too many big games are coming out at the end of this year. It's terrible. I'm never gonna catch up. Well, like I said, I'm not going to be playing it until I play it on stream anyways, Blue Wolf. I have no idea when I'm going to finish Dragon Quest XI. I have scheduled an absolutely enormous amount of time for it, just in case it takes way longer than I think it will. So we'll see. There's also the fact that I'm losing a week of work time at the end of September, which is gonna suck, but whatever. Yeah. At this point, I'm probably officially underleveled. Given how much these trash were giving me problems earlier. So before we do Gondolia proper, we're gonna stop right here. Just gonna stand still. We're gonna hit this button. Who wants to help me test something real quick? Because I'm gonna do a quick lunch break thing, and yeah, well, I'll always cheat if I have to. But I sincerely doubt we'll get to that point. I hope. Alright, let's get this sucker working, shall we? Yeah, I like that idea too, Blue Wolf. Give me a minute. So we're gonna have to mute the game. So we're just gonna leave the game going. I'm gonna go ahead and chop off the local recording. So for those of you watching at home,